So as you may know, Democrat darling Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has become notorious for modeling hypocrisy, let's say. She recently took to Twitter to suggest people ditch their gas stoves. That's right, stoves just like the one that she herself owns. The Biden administration was considering banning gas stoves over alleged health concerns. And many Democrats, of course, jumped on board. The one-party media says Republicans are just trying to create a new culture war. I'm David Fiorazzo, and this is Christ and Culture. So I have a theory. The left is being outrageous on purpose so that the next radical idea they try to push receives a little less resistance because it's not quite as ridiculous. What do you think? This is a tactic they've used again and again to gain ground. I'm calling this the gaslight or the gas stove strategy. But is it a non-story, as they suggest? You tell me. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission had discussed stopping production of new gas appliances and encouraging people to discontinue using them. And naturally, it's all under the guise of saving the environment. That's right. Now, over 40% of homes have gas stoves, so this could be a problem. But the commission could set standards on emissions from gas stoves or even look to ban gas stove imports or manufacturing. They're trying to make this about climate and health. Here's what AOC tweeted. Did you know that ongoing exposure to NO2 from gas stoves is linked to reduced cognitive performance? Well, there's the expert. She should know. She's likely used a gas stove all her life. Now, Ocasio-Cortez immediately endorsed the wild idea of doing away with gas stoves after a Bloomberg News report that a ban was on the table. Then, as the left often does, the Safety Commission quickly backtracked after the report came out, assuring Americans that if we like our gas stoves, we could keep our gas stoves. Seriously, they sheepishly suggested a gas stove ban was not really being considered, though the commission still plans to hold a public comment period on the alleged dangers. Senator Cory Booker, for example, wrote a letter to the agency last month calling the harmful emissions a cumulative burden on minorities. You heard that right, gas stoves. New York's Democrat governor, Kathy Hochul, gave an address Tuesday and announced a plan to eliminate gas heating and appliances from all construction projects by the year 2030. Another radical, Richard Trumka Jr., said gas stoves were creating a hidden hazard. So AOC told New Yorkers to watch for future tax credits or rebates for gas-free appliances. She said last year's so-called Inflation Reduction Act contains funding for a lot of different climate-related rebates for people, end quote. Now, these people apparently have thought this through. But why haven't we heard much about the importance of, for example, better ventilation to improve any potential negative health effects of kitchens and indoor stoves? Now, that would be common sense, right? Karen Harbert, president of American Gas Association, argued against a ban, saying this: the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission and EPA do not present gas ranges as a significant contributor to adverse air quality or health hazard in their technical or public information literature, guidance, or requirements, end quote. To the power-grabbing, money-grubbing progressives crying, environmental disaster, if it's not cows or coal or cars, now it's gas stoves or something else we use in everyday life, right? Fearmonger, legislate, regulate, control. The strategy of the left is to start with something absolutely outrageous, even demanding the impossible. Then, down the road, they suggest something just a little less ridiculous, and since it doesn't seem as outlandish, there's a bit more openness to hear them out. Now, you may have seen the photos online of AOC, Elizabeth Warren, Dr. Jill Biden, and Kamala Harris in their kitchens, all of them using gas stoves. Nothing to see here. Move along. It's just media gaslighting at this point. But the liberal media narrative about a gas stove ban is laughable, suggesting that it's a GOP plot to intensify the culture war. It's as if they all get a memo from the White House at the same time, and yet too many citizens are hoodwinked by the tactics and by the lies that cover them up. So this is what the left does. The problem is we fail to learn from history and end up repeating the cycle again and again. So keep an eye out for the next gas stove debate, whatever that might be, because it won't be about gas stoves. The issue is never the issue. The issue is the revolution. God bless you, and keep speaking the truth about things that matter.